All right, Shalom. Before we begin, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to our teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Hey, through the spirit of power, Yahweh, shall we at it again, man. All right, and we're hoping to endure to the end. Matter of fact, let's start there. Matthew 24 and 14, 13. So, man, we're hoping to endure to the end, you know, to be preserved from those sin perils.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Right, read that.
So this is Matthew, chapter 24, verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end.
Yeah, he that shall endure unto the end. That's what we're hoping for, to endure to the end, man. You know, it's going to get really bad out here. And people don't have a clue. That we only have a slight glimpse into what the Lord is going to do, but we don't know the extent of how bad it's going to get, man.
The same shall be saved.
Yeah, the same shall be saved. The words of our Lord Yahweh Shah, man, it's guaranteed. If you endure to the end, you're going to be saved. You got more on that? Let's go to Revelation. Yeah, man. The Lord said He was going to keep those ones that endure until the end from the hour of temptation, man. You got it, huh?
Con, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience,
Yep.
I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
The Lord will keep us from the hour of temptation, man. When that MOTB is implemented, man. Okay?
Which shall come upon all the world,
Yeah.
to try them that dwell upon the earth.
See, to try them that dwell upon the earth. Well, guess what? We get our trials there, man. All right? Through believing in report, through hearkening to the words of Yahweh by Shah, to believing in the men that He sent. We're getting our trial there, man. So when everybody in the word is going to be tried, the Lord said He's going to keep us from the hour of temptation. You get Matthew chapter 6. And then knowing that, we know what to pray for Him. You know? We know what the Lord has declared and decreed. So if we're aligned with what the Lord say do, guess what? We're on His side, man. And He's on our side. We're abiding with Him. You got it, huh?
Matthew chapter 6, verse 6. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet,
Yep.
and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to the Father which is in secret. And thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly to you. But when you pray, use not vain repetition as the heathen do.
Yeah, as the heathen do. You had this woman, I remember last year, God's gonna be a blessing. That was that vain repetition as the heathen do, man. The Lord said don't pray like that. Okay.
For they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking.
See, go ahead. And that's cold, man. But she kept saying that same, God is good. You got the victory or some of those shit that we were saying. But she was out.
Therefore, be not ye therefore like unto them. For your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask
See, the
Him.
Lord, Yahweh by Shah, already know what we need, man. You know?
After this manner, therefore pray ye. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come, go ahead.
Thy will be done in earth
Yeah.
as it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven. So the Lord is going to do His will, man. No matter whether you believe it or not. You got it.
Give us this day our daily bread,
Yep.
and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors.
Yeah, man. You got to forgive your brother, man. Yahweh Shai ain't going to forgive you and you'll forgive your brother, man. You know? The Lord ain't going to forgive you if you don't forgive your brother. Off the shop, did you want to plug that charge for that phone?
This
Yeah. Sometimes that thing get muffled. If you see it, you know, start going dead, you play that thing.
come.
It's like read that again.
And forgive us of our debts
Yeah.
as we forgive our debtors.
Go ahead.
And lead us not.
And what?
And lead us not into temptation.
See, that our temptation. Lead us not. See, we know what to pray for, man. Lead us not into temptation. Hey, it's the Lord that's orchestrating all of this. He's the one who's setting up kings and bringing down kings, man. So, of course, we're going to ask for the Lord to deliver us. Man. Matter of fact, let me get something real quick. This is the book of Jeremiah. But see, he's the one that's orchestrating the things that are coming upon the planet Earth. Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 23. It says, "Oh Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps." See? So we're asking the Lord to lead us not into temptation. Read that again, Brother.
And lead us not into temptation.
Right.
But deliver us from evil.
Ooh, but deliver us from these bad times, these sad perils that the Lord said was going to happen. And who cares if you don't believe, man? You think that make anything to us? No. Why? Because we trust in the report. Oh, I did a video earlier today about trust, man. Trusting in the report, trusting in the words of Yahweh Shah, man. Because that's what's going to lead to your salvation. What it say? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time, and strength of salvation. Oh, the fear of the Lord is his strength. You know? So if you ain't fearing the Lord, man, you ain't attaining to this truth, man. The Lord ain't gonna open up things and you don't fear him, man. That's why you people can't get it. That's why Birmingham can't get it. That's why Genesis can't get it. Because they don't fear the Lord.
And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen.
Forever, amen. So we asking the Lord to lead us not into temptation. I think the Lord started like verse 68. No, we're asking the Lord to lead us not into that temptation. All right, when the food is scarce, we ain't ate none in a couple of days, right? And that devil dangling that thing in your face, right?
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 6 to 8. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over
See
you.
that? The burning wrath of a great multitude. Esau eating the so-called white man. All right? He's itching to get his hands on the children of Israel. This devil is waiting for the time that the Lord just let him go.
And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto
So
idols.
that MOTP, man. Which is the RFID CHIP. Go ahead, man.
And they that consent unto them shall be
Yeah,
had.
you consent to him, right? And you know Jake's simple ass, man, I done went out, I done got chipped, man. You need to go get chipped, man. Simple ass Jake, man. And you know they're gonna use one of them faggot ass motherfucking entertainers to promote that shit. Well, guess what? You gonna be had in derision. Go ahead, man.
And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot.
Go ahead.
For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
Oh, right back to that fear, man. Well, who you gonna fear? You gonna fear the Lord, or you gonna fear this goddamn devil, man? Guess what? We read earlier that the Lord is not in the way of man, right? That directs his steps. It's the Lord directing this nigga's step to come down with great wrath, man. It's the Lord directing this nigga's step for him to try and persecute the children of Israel. So who are you to fear? What did King David say? I fall into the hands of the Lord before I fall into the hands of me. And guess what? That's our same sentiment. You want to fear your house by shower shot.
They shall be like madmen, sparing none,
Yep.
but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
Go ahead.
For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses.
Right. You had these guys, they ain't heard from them in a while, man. That you guys wasn't biting. Get you some beans, man. Get you some rice, man. You know? Or they gonna take away your goods, man. And these guys don't even believe in miracles. So how you gonna get out of it? Ain't no carnal way out this thing, man. Either you gonna believe what the Lord say he gonna do or not.
Then shall they be known who are my chosen.
Woo, why? Because those gonna be preserved from the said terror. Oh, those gonna be the ones that's gonna be led right into the path of righteousness.
And they shall be tried as the gold and the fire.
Yeah.
Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord.
Oh, that's a separation. Here you are my beloved. Right?
Saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the
See
same.
that? The Lord said the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Go ahead.
Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide.
See that? The Most High is your God. So when we ask him to lead us not into temptation, right? The Most High is our God. Go ahead.
And the God of them who keep my commandments and precepts.
Woo! See? Commandments and precepts. You know that word precept. It literally means a commandment. A command. Right? And you gotta obtain these things and wholeheartedly give yourself over to it. You got it, man.
Saith the Lord power, let not your sins weigh you down,
Yeah.
and let not your iniquities lift up themselves.
Right. Don't be dwelling on what you did in the past, man. Don't be dwelling on those things, because hey, we're made subject to hope. You know? So we're hope in the Lord. Save it's impending. You know? I seen a couple stories on Lake Mead, you know, how that thing is dwindling, man. And the way the Lord has got it, it dropped like 25 feet in a course of a couple of months, man. You know, the Lord is just drying it up. The Salt Lake, the Great Salt Lake Lake, right? In Utah. You know, and they talk about how that can cause a nuclear reaction. You know what I'm saying? With all that sulfur and the salt that's inside that water, when it dries up, it ain't got nowhere to go, man. It's just resting in the water. So when the Lord dries that thing up, it's gonna cause fumes, sulfur fumes, man. Where it's gonna spread out in the Midwest. See, that's the Lord y'all about to stop plaguing this shit, man.
No water, no power.
I got something very good, real quick. Luke 12. Yep, Luke 12 and 49. I am come to send fire on earth, and what will I if it already be kindled? So yeah, these wildfires, these certain fires, there's already things going to be kindled here, man. And the Lord said, what if I? Because he's bringing a fire too, you know, by way of those chariots, okay, that's going to zap you people, man. Oh, what did the prophet Ezra say? All I was received was dust, smell of smoke. Oh, that's how the Lord gets down. Too bad, man.
Woe be unto them that are bound with their sins and covered with their iniquities.
Yo, that's 2/3, man. They're bound with their sin. They're not going to have those things forgiven. Right? And they covered in iniquity. Why? Because they want to continue to go to where Esau. They want to continue to trust in oppression.
And covered with their iniquity, like as a field is covered over with the bush,
Right?
and the path thereof covered with thorns,
Continue.
that no man may travel through.
Yep. Go ahead.
It is left undressed and is cast into the fire to be consumed.
And that's the recourse. You know? Lord can't, hey man, the whole head is sick. You just gotta burn your ass up, man. You know? You gotta throw you on the fire. That's the only way you want to understand it. Matter of fact, let's just say that every time we start to talk. After what? Death by pain. But see, we have been enlightened as the eye to see what's going on. know, to understand what time we're in. Matter of fact, I gotta get something. You understand what time it is. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 1. Whatever times and seasons, brethren, again, a separation. You know, who did Yahushua tell that guy? Who is my mother? Who is my sister? Well, he pointed to his disciples, those that do the will of my Father, man. So that's a separation. It says, but of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. See that? So we know what time and season we are in. And we know the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night. These people are going to be caught off guard. They're going to be caught unaware. You know? It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction coming upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. See? You're not going to escape the wrath of your house by yourself. You know? Going on, it says, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. See, we've been in light. That light has shined under us, so we're no longer in this gross darkness. We understand what time, what season we're in. We at the end of this man's system, right? The policies are showing forth. His infrastructure is crumbling, right? His financial structure is crumbling. You got now the dollar has been downgraded to the point now they don't call it a European Union money, you know? Well, we would have thought that 5 years ago. You know, the petrodollar been going strong, man. But see, those are the symptoms of the Lord showing us that he's bringing this place down. It says, verse 5, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 5, ye are all children of light and children of the day. We are not of night, nor of darkness. See that? We're not of this world. Right? We have been removed in our mind to understand who the Heavenly Father is, who his Son is. That's a fear. That's what you people missing. The fear of Yahweh Shah.
It's Matthew 13 and 16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see,
right,
and your ears, for they hear.
That's right, man. That's a blessing to understand what time we're in. To understand that all hell is set to break loose. The Lord is ready to bring judgment upon this place because of his wickedness. So the Lord, Yahweh said, blessed are your eyes, for you see, and your ears, for you hear, meaning you can understand these things. It ain't just falling on deaf ears. You got precept? You got it, right?
This Isaiah chapter 9, verse 2. The
Start at 1.
Verse 1.
You know what? Go ahead. You got it.
It says, the people that walk in darkness have seen a great light.
Yeah, who was that great light? Yahweh Shah. All right, it says the people that have walked in darkness have seen a great light.
They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death.
Yeah, the land of the shadow of death, America, Babylon the Great, right?
Upon them hath the light shine.
Woo! It said upon them hath the light shine. Everybody ain't gonna get this truth, man. And it wasn't meant for everybody. It was only meant for the elect.
It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past.
It said when thou seest part of the signs past. So these things are going to play out in front of your face. You're going to have brothers bring up certain articles, all right, and filter them through the scriptures, right? But the Lord said, when thou seest these things, right? Matter of fact, read it again, brother.
He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Yep.
And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before,
Go ahead.
then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Oh, it says, then shall thou understand. So when the prophecy started playing out on a global scale, the whole world of the people in the world, the earthquakes, the sedition, right? What's going on in Sri Lanka? All right, what's going on in Sweden? What's going on in the Netherlands? See, this media is not showing you what's really going on in the world. They're dumbing you down as always. All right?
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things in the days that were before, even from
The Lord has already declared it. So, he declared the end from the beginning. All right? This is the book of Isaiah. Now, see, it's the words of the Lord that's going to stand true. There's nothing that we can say to convince you. If you can hear this and you can hearken, guess what? The Lord has called you in. Now you got to pray to endure unto the end. This is Isaiah chapter 46 and verse 10. Declaring the end. I'm going to start at verse 9. Remember the former things of old. For I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me. So what separates Yahweh from the right? Declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done. Saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. And the Lord having pleasure. And he saw these certain those. He's being there, and he can't even recover. And you got this guy Biden, you know, now they saying he got that as an apostle, I believe, right? Like the sea ragamuffin. He got that thing, or that thing. Well, he probably got that thing already too, you know? But yeah, they saying that this dude is
for like, second Ezra 9 and 5, for like as all that is made in the world is a
when she was at her prime, you know, she looked like the baddest bitch on the block, man. You couldn't tell her nothing. Right? And now, she done been used up. She started to stink. No matter how much she cleaned herself up, she just got a funky ass smell. Well, that's the smell of a dead body. She said, okay, the Lord is bringing this woman down. And we're witnessing this. Can somebody hold Ecclesiastes 25%?
and the end is manifest.
Yeah, and see, and the end is manifest. Matter of fact, let me get this word manifest. It said the end is manifest, right? That word manifest in the simple Google definition, it says clear or obvious to the eye or mind. See that? So we're seeing it and it's clear in our mind too. Like, damn, this whole back. You know? Now you got brothers able to get certain shoes or whatnot for the cheapest price. Man, everything is coming here in America. You know, you no longer going to eat something, you know? And that's the simple. It's showing you that this is a dead body. You know, you start feeling sick, you start smelling. This piece is nothing. Oh, it says the worms. Somebody get that. Worms are underneath. Yeah, this is a decaying, dead body. And what again, we're seeing those symptoms. You got that from
That's Rock 25.
Yep.
That's Rock 25 and 7. Sirach chapter 25 and verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. At the 10th will I utter with my tongue.
Well, let's see what the 10th thing that you have by Southside going to utter with his tongue.
A man that have joy of his children.
And that's something we don't have joy of in this in people. We don't have joy of our children. Go ahead.
and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
Right. And he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. That's what we're witnessing. The fall of this system, man. The fall of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. And if you notice that Black Lives Matter parade ain't came right around the block. The spirit of the Lord. You got that word? Let's get that right.
All right, so this Isaiah chapter 14, verse 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave,
Yeah.
and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee,
Yeah.
and the worms cover thee.
Yeah, man, the worms cover thee, man. You're a dead body, man. You're decayed. And the Lord is showing us that the worms are covering you. You know? You got it, man.
Even so, the times also of the hinds have plain beginnings,
Yeah.
and wonder, and powerful works, and effects, and endings, and effects and signs. The second Ezra chapter 9, verse 6. Even so, the times also of the hinds have plain beginnings,
Yeah, have plain beginnings. Go ahead.
in wonder and powerful works,
Go ahead.
and endings, and effects and signs.
And endings and effects and signs. So what are the signs that we'll see? In fact, let's go to it. Go from that. Go to Matthew 24, Psalm 1. What are the signs that we're seeing that we know we're at the end of this man's system?
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming?
Right?
And of the end of the
And
world?
we go into that word world, all right, is eon or aeon, right? A period of time, an unbroken age. All right, we're in the age of Esau, man. So the disciples was inquiring, when is this age going to be over? You got it right.
And Yahweh answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you.
Yep.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many.
Right? Go ahead.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled.
Right? They say you're going to hear of wars and rumors of wars. So what's the war going on right now with Ukraine and Russia, right? Now, I was meditating on that, man, on that war. And Ukraine or Russia is using the same tactic as America. You know, they said that they were white supremacists. They are. You know, and that's why they going to invade, because they were oppressing the people in there, right? Well, guess what America did? They used that same tactic with Iran, Iraq, these certain people around the world. And now that's why America, they constrained, they really can't do shit, you know? Because they using the same thing this damn government uses, man. Most of them, go back to the Lord of hosts, Yahweh by Shah. But again, I was meditating on that, like, man, that's why America really can't do shit, because they're using the same tactics that they use, you know, to invade somebody. And what had me thinking about that is I seen a news report, and one of the news reporters said, Russia is going in there to colonize. Do you understand the definition of colonize? I mean, they're actually coming in and setting up their own legislation and putting your legislation so they got really to understand what the word colonize means. But he used that term. And I was like, man, why did he use that term? You know? Well, it's the same thing America has been doing. Colonizing the world, man. So Russia, they flipped that thing back on. And now they constrained. They can only do so much. They can only give so much tariffs. They can only do so many sanctions. Right? So much so, Russia has stopped trading in dollars, man. They only trade in rubles. And I seen a report where the ruble is getting stronger than the damn dollar almost, man. So that's the Lord, sign that he's bringing this one down. You got it, right?
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war.
Yep.
See that ye be not troubled.
Right.
For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
See?
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places.
Yeah, man, all these things I see occur right now. You're visually seeing these things happen.
All these are the beginning of sorrow.
See that we just at the beginning, man. Again, as Spirit has us made the point, man, we don't have really in our mind the extent of how bad it's going to get. We really have no clue. No, I mean, we really have no clue, man. We can still go and get up. We can still go and get us something to eat, right? But our mind is meditating on what's the things to come, but still, we have no clue how bad it's going to get. These cars ain't going to be running, man. Food is going to be extremely scarce. Hey, that's what the Lord said, famine. Water's going to be scarce. How are you going to drink, man? How are you going to eat through your how by shower shop?
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
But guess what? That happened at the time with the apostles, all right? And the disciples who later became apostles. But guess what? That thing is going to happen again. Why? Because we, what is the word? We possess the testimony of Yahweh Shah, which is what? The spirit of prophecy. So when we tell you these things are going to happen, guess what? It's not our word. It's the words of the Lord.
And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall arise.
You know, Jimmy, that dude is a false prophet. A slick-tongued serpent. You got it.
And shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
That because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Hey, guess what? We're witnessing it. Real quick. 2 Corinthians 5. Man, all these damn killers, man, folks with no remorse. That dude going up to the train station and pulling the pistol on the dude in the gun. And he made that dude watch. That's the Lord of hosts, man. The love of many is not supposed. Women are being put to death more than men right here. You got Eve all out of order, tearing up restaurants. You tearing up a thing of Taco Bell, man. You just wait. You just wait. The one with that fuck nigga free mindset. You gonna wish you had a man of the Lord in that day. You gonna come to a man of the Lord, he gonna turn your ass down. You gonna be left there with a shit face. Up shit creek. You got it now. Come on.
The second Ezra, chapter 5, verse 1. Nevertheless, is coming the token.
Yeah, what's a token? A sign, right? Go ahead.
Behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number.
Yep.
And the way of truth shall be hidden.
Yeah, hey man, the way of truth is hidden. This thing is what did the brothers say? Hidden in plain sight. I mean, brothers on the four corners of the earth bringing out the word, and only the elect, or hopefully elect, gonna hear that call. They're gonna like, damn, that sounds about right. Hey, that's our story. We heard this word, we like, damn, that's right, man. And guess what? We didn't just believe, we actually went and searched to see what these things were true, man. We were fully convinced in our own mind. If you're not fully convinced, what are you looking for? You got it, man.
Second Ezra chapter 5, verse 1. Nevertheless is coming the tokens. Behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number.
Yep.
And the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest.
Yep.
or that thou hast heard long ago.
Yeah, but iniquity shall be increased.
That one froze.
It froze. Long as it's going, we ain't gonna mess with it. And Esau, he loved doing a little shit. The prince of the power of the air, man. You know? So like to read that again. Kind of.
But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest,
Yep.
or that thou hast heard long ago.
That thou hast heard long ago. Hey, man. Fuck it, man. Alphabet people. I'm just leave it at that. This shit has went beyond Sodom and Gomorrah. It has went beyond the Tower of Babel, man. You know, wickedness was continually in the mind of the people, man. So Ezra, all right, the house by Shah telling Ezra that iniquity is going to be increased above that which thou now seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. That's where we at, man. You got that. Fine.
And the land that thou seest now to have root, shalt thou see wasted suddenly.
Right. So I see wasted suddenly. Lord said he's going to take one out. Amen.
But if the Most High grant thee to live, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 10. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another.
Hey, guess what? That's coming, man. Your family gonna betray you. Because they want this system to continue. Yeah.
And shall hate one another.
Yep.
And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many.
Guess what? This false prophets, those are the fucking children, man. Those are the ones that know this truth. Right? IGJC, name one, IFUBK, right? IUIC. They're not giving the people what's needed for salvation, man. They're not clothing them in what they need. They're not warning them of their impending things. Hey, you ain't even declaring the name.
And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Yep.
But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
And he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. Go ahead.
And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world.
Another time. This gospel is being pushed forth and published around the world, man. That's how we know we at the end of this bitch. Scripture says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof.
And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall the end
And then shall the end come. See that? So all these things are pouring out in front of our eyes. You get that shit every night. It's sort of like that shit. Yeah, man, we hit. Hey, call all y'all about trying to shot. See, if we have to be here another 5 years, man. Oh. You got business, pushing forth the alphabet people, man. The brother showed a video in the chat, man. We got to get the fuck out of here, man. We got to get out of here, man. What did the Lord say? He's sure the day. If he didn't show the day, no flesh shall be saved. I also said another scripture, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be short. So the Lord is hearing our time, man. And we're not saying we are the elect, but we're putting on as the elect. You're not gonna quench our hope.
Then shalt thou well understand that the Second Ezra chapter 9 verse 7, and every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby he
You trust it. Matter of fact, see, if somebody give me a simple definition of the word believe, Bible search.
Got it for you, huh?
Got it?
Yeah, this simple Google definition for believe, accept something as true,
Woo, accept something as true. Go ahead.
feel sure of the truth of.
Being assured of the truth of what? That the Lord is coming back to destroy this place, man. And he's going to liberate his elect. Go ahead.
It say hold something as an opinion, think or suppose.
You got any similar words? You got another definition? You got a precept?
Yeah, similar words. Yeah, accept,
Yep.
give credence to,
Give credence to.
okay,
Yep. Go ahead.
count on, depend on,
Count on, depend on. Go ahead.
swallow, line, fall for it, go for it, buy.
Yeah, we have bought into this truth, man.
Oh, one more we say, take as gospel.
Woo! Take ass, that's the good news, man. And the Lord's gonna destroy this place. He's gonna save his elect. That's the good news, that we're gonna rule over our oppressors. Yeah, man, that's the good news. Okay? So let's go back. So we got a clear understanding of that word believe.
Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed,
See that? Go ahead.
shall be preserved from the sad devil.
See that? Preserve. We often go into that word preserve. All right? Being kept in the same state despite the elements of things around us. Right? So the Lord said he's going to preserve his elect. Go ahead.
And shall see my salvation in my land and within my border, for I have sanctified them from me from the beginning.
Yeah, see that? Those same spirits, those same spirits from the beginning, the Lord has already ordained them to receive the salvation. That's why we Christians are hope. We pray that we're counted worthy to escape all those things.
But this is Ephesians chapter 1, verse 2. Grace be to you and peace. Paul, an apostle of Yahweh Shah by the will of the Most High, to the saints.
And who are the saints? See, that's the separation. You fucking like it saying Christians don't even consider. Who are the saints? Who is he writing to? Took a long time to get around the block. This is the book of Psalms. Who are the saints, man? That's perfect segue. Perfect. Psalms chapter 50 and verse 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Well, who made the covenant with Yahweh by sacrifice? The Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And those of the other nations who see go back to those people. That's who the Lord made the covenant with.
Paul, an apostle of Yahweh Shah by the will of Yahweh to the saints.
Oh, it says by the will of the Most High. By the will of Yahweh to the saints, man.
Which are at Ephesus,
Yep.
and to the faithful in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai.
Go ahead.
Grace be to you.
So it's a separation. He said, grace be unto the saints. Go ahead.
And peace from the Most High our Father and from the Lord Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. Blessed be the power and Father of our Lord Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, who has blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places.
It says all spiritual blessings in heavenly places. Meaning our conversations is in heaven, man. Right? Go ahead.
In Hamashiach,
Yep.
according as he had chosen us in him before the foundation of the
See,
world.
those certain spirits were chosen by the Lord before the foundation of the world. You can't dispute that. If you try to dispute it, you're coming up against the words of the Lord.
That we should be holy and without
Well,
blame.
what that word holy means? It means separate, set apart, not with everybody. That's what that word holy means. Go ahead.
without blame
Right.
before him in love.
Without blame before him in Lord. See, the gospel, the true gospel of the scripture is only for the Israelites. It's plain. And if you don't believe, who cares? You don't have understanding anyway. It wasn't given unto you. Oh, Matthew 13 and 16. But see, if you spiritual, what do we want? Justice. What do we want? Not when do we want it? Now. We ask the Lord to render his anger, his fury, and his rebuke of flames of fire on this wicked ass nation. That's what we ask for.
Having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahushua HaMashiach to himself.
Yeah, to himself, man. The Lord has set up a spirit that he had already ordained to draw near to his son. And that's heavy, man. Man, you understand what we're a part of? You understand how heavy it is? And you see your family can't get it. You can break it down to them 3 or 4 different ways. Well, let me show you this. You know we're gonna get slaves now. Damn. Well, you know you're gonna be kings and priests. Well, I'm happy being equal. See, you come different various ways in your folks, man. They throw it away, man. That's why it's a precious, man, a precious gift to understand this truth. To understand the report. To know what times we're in. You got it.
Having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahushua HaMashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will.
See that? According to the good pleasure of his will, is all of the will of the Lord Yahushua. All right? Go ahead,
to the praise of the glory of his grace.
Woo! Go ahead.
Wherein he has made us accepted in the beloved.
Come on, man. He has made us accepted in the beloved. See, we're going to need Yahushua, all right, to cover us and from our sins, man. So the Lord won't destroy it. Go ahead,
in whom we have redemption through his blood.
Whoa, see that? In whom we have redemption through his blood. See, that was a specific people that Paul was writing to, man. It was the Israelites in Ephesus. You know? It wasn't everybody in Ephesus. You got a precept? Go ahead.
This is Zechariah 9, starting at 11. As for thee also, as for thee also, by the blood of thy covenant, I have sent forth thy prisoners out of the pit wherein is no water.
Right. To sent thy prisoners out of the pit wherein no water, that pit of America. We was dried up here, man. We ain't had this living water. Go ahead,
Turn you to the stronghold.
What's a stronghold? It's truth. Go ahead.
Ye prisoners of hope.
Right. We are prisoners of hope. I'd rather have fetters of Yahushua than fetters of Esau. Huh. Go ahead,
Even day to day do I declare that I will render double unto thee.
Ooh, see? Lord will pay us back, man. He's going to give us double for all the hell that has been put upon us, man. By our oppressor, Esau, even the so-called white man. Right? And that's why you see them join hand in hand right now. Because they feel the power shift as it were. They don't, man, that's Esau's worst fear, is to have the ones who he put down on top of him, man. Because he know he got to get that back. And that's why you seen 80-year-old, 70-year-old, man, you best believe they attended some of them picnics, man. Oh, man. Let me take a look right quick. Salakia. Hey, Esau a bitch, man. I'm gonna just put it like that. He sent pings through. another sign. Ooh. Oh. Here. You got it.
Wherein, Ephesians chapter 1, verse 8, wherein he had abounded.
This Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 13. But now in Hamashiach Yahushua, ye who sometimes will fall off.
Read that from the top again.
Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 13. But now in Hamashiach Yahushua, ye who sometimes will fall off are made nigh by the blood of the anointed.
It says sometimes afar off have been made nigh by the blood. Go ahead.
Of the anointed.
Right.
For he is our peace.
Yeah, for he is our peace. Then the Lord say, those that are heavy laden, can you get that Matthew? We're gonna go back. Matthew 11, started like 26. 26. Start at 25. Yeah.
So Matthew chapter 11 and verse 25, at that time Yahushua answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and of earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent.
Hid these things from the wise and prudent of what? This world. Go ahead.
And has revealed them unto babes.
Woo, see that? Go ahead.
Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight.
Ooh, it seems good in your house sight to reveal these things unto babes. Man. Those who haven't been trained up in this cemetery, man. You know, as Elder Pastor Mahal put it. You know, these cemeteries, man. Go ahead,
All things are delivered unto me of my Father.
Yeah.
And no man knoweth the Son, but the Father. Neither knoweth any man the Father, save the Son.
See that? Save the Son. We still GMS trumpet with pride. Oh, you're private? Dang. It's a lot. The trumpet page went private. In the middle of a lie. That's wild. Man, something wrong with the app. It's a lack. He working hard today, ain't he? It ain't even hot out here. Read that again, huh?
This is Matthew chapter 11.
Start at 25 again.
Verse 25. At that time, Yahushua answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes.
Hid these things from the wise and prudent and revealed them unto babes. Go ahead.
Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight.
Yep.
All things are delivered unto me of my Father. And no man knoweth the Son, but the Father.
Yep.
Neither knoweth any man the Father, save the Son.
Save the Son. So the Lord, Yahweh had to draw us to his Son, and in turn his Son revealed the true nature of his Father. That's why we is here. For the scripture, Habakkuk 3 and 2, O Lord, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. Yeah, man, so these things are now have been revealed to us. Go ahead.
And he, to whomsoever the Son will reveal him.
See that? Go ahead.
Come unto me, all ye that are, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden.
See that? Come unto me, all that labor and are heavy laden. Go ahead.
And I will give you rest.
Hey, man, where we find our rest in the scriptures, man? It's comfort and knowing. We know the report, we know what's going to happen. That brings comfort. with no law, like, damn, we in this fucking hour. We know it coming to an end. And we're seeing it being made manifest.
Take my yoke upon you and learn of me.
That's right, man. Learn of Yahweh. Go ahead.
For I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your soul.
Continue.
For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light.
Yeah, see, the Lord said his yoke is easy. What did the Lord command you to do? He command you to believe on him. Matter of fact, let's get it. Luke 2:16. What did the Lord, you got precept?
Yeah, come on. This John 5:24. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that heareth my word and believeth on him that sent me.
Oh, see, the outside didn't come with his own words, man. He came with the words of his Father. He said, it's another scripture said, my doctrine is not mine.
Like John 5:24. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that heareth my word and believeth on him that sent me hath everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life.
Woo, hey, man. Passed from death unto life, man, by believing the report. You got it, man. You got more on that? I know it's more, man.
Yeah, I can do. Verse 25. Verily, verily, I say unto you, the hour is coming, and now is,
Beautiful. Yeah.
when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of the Most High.
Hey, man, we were dead. We was in a dead state. And we heard the voice of Yahweh Shah, man. That's pure doctrine, man. That's how you know it's Yahweh Shah, man. You heard like, oh, man, I hear what HOI said. That don't sound right. They say John 3:16 is the MOT. That don't sound right. Then you hear Nate. Oh, man, he calling the Lord, but they said, oh, you got to have the name of the Lord to be saved. That don't sound right. And then the Lord leads you to the great millstone, and then you like, ding, this is it. This is it. Go ahead, Al.
And they that hear shall live.
See that? They that understand, that word here going to understand shall live. Because everybody here. But do you understand? You got more on that?
Kind of two more verses.
Go ahead.
For as the Father hath life in himself, so hath he given to the Son to have life in himself.
Woo, go ahead.
And have given him authority to execute judgment also.
See that? Everything. So he got power of everything. He got power to forgive. He got power to condemn. You got more?
Now I got one. It's verse 22.
Yep.
Jump up. It's John 5:22. For the Father judge of no man, but have committed all judgment unto the Son.
See that? Who you want to feel your house by outside, man? And you got guys named in Sakari, we name dropping today, who don't want to reference your house outside, man. Man, y'all should fuck you up. Guarantee. Should say kiss the sun, let you be angry. I said that. Hey, you got another precept?
Yeah, that was the next verse.
Get it.
John 5:23, that all men shall honor the Son, even as they honor the Father.
See that? You ain't coming to the Father unless you got the Son. Why would, hey man, they go back to the parable of the Lord sending the various men into his vineyard, saying they will honor, and finally he said, I'm going to send my son, they will honor him. And you people didn't honor him, man. But guess what? That's a recompense, man. That's a judgment already prescribed to you.
He that honoreth not the Son, honoreth not the Father which hath sent him.
See that? Which hath sent him, that's plain. You don't honor the Son, you can't honor the Father. That's like you come to a man, you're like, man, I fuck with you, I fuck with your son. Dude, what that man gonna do? And they gonna look at your ass crazy like a mother, like, nigga, get your ass out of here, nigga, that's mine. What you talking about? Well, how much more you have it? Shit. You gotta honor your son, man. That's the law. That's the way back. precept?
Come.
Go ahead.
This John 15 and 21. He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that, he that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me.
Yep.
And he that loveth me,
Ooh, and that's how the shot speaking. He that have my, read that from the top again.
St. John 15 and 21. He that hath my commandments
Yep.
and keepeth them,
Yep, and keep it there. Remember, the Lord said, my yoke is easy. All you got to do is believe. You see it holding that Luke 10, right? Yeah. All you got to do is believe on him who he have sent. He said, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Go ahead, huh?
he it is that loveth me.
See? Go ahead.
And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father.
Ooh, see?
And I will love him, and I will manifest myself unto him.
Oh, I will show myself unto him. Matter of fact, somebody real quick. Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 2. Real quick. Pop the shot. Anybody. Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 2. He said he will manifest these boys now. He's going down. My boy went face first to the country. He gonna go face first. Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 2. We get to the point. And he said he's gonna manifest himself to him. Right? You got it.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 2. And it says, for he will be found of them that tempt him not,
Yeah.
and show himself unto such as do not trust him.
And show himself unto such. Read that again.
It's like, and show himself unto such as do not distrust him.
See, and show himself unto such that do not distrust him. You gotta believe. You gotta trust in the report. That's how the Lord gonna show himself to you. You got more on that out? I believe that was it on that. Brother Malachi, Michael.
Oh, that was it,
That was it on that?
That was it,
What's up? Go ahead,
Second Chronicles 20 and 20.
Beautiful. Bring it out.
And they rose early in the morning and went forth into the wilderness of Tekoa. And as they went forth, Jehoshaphat stood and said, hear me, O Judah, and ye inhabitants of Jerusalem. Believe in the Lord your power, so shall ye be established.
Well, how do you believe in the Lord your power? How do you believe in the Lord your power?
Believe his prophets,
Woo! Go ahead.
so shall ye prosper.
See, so shall you prosper. So there's an order that the Lord has set up. It trickles down, man. You believe in the report. See, Yahweh said, my doctrine is not mine, but him that sent me. So you believe what Yahweh said, and guess what? Those men, you got a precept? Hold on. Those men who possess that testimony, right? The testimony of Yahweh, guess what? You got to believe in that report. You got to believe in what those men are telling you. Warning you.
It's Matthew 17 and verse 5. While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, this is my beloved Son, in whom I have well pleased. Hear ye him.
Hear ye him. Somebody give me Exodus 23 and 20. It says, here is my beloved Son. Hear ye him. You know? You got that?
Exodus.
Yeah, Exodus
God.
23, 20.
I got it.
Exodus 23 and 20. Behold, I sent an angel before thee.
Yeah, that angel, that's a capital A, right? That angel is Yahweh. Go ahead.
To keep thee in the way,
Go ahead.
and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared.
Yep. Go ahead.
Beware of him
Yeah, beware of him. Go ahead.
and obey his voice.
See that? Obey his voice. Go ahead.
Provoke him not, for he will pardon, Salaki, for he will not pardon your transgressions.
What angel has power to pardon your transgressions? We read earlier, all power is given to Yahweh Shai. That's that angel that's going to pardon your transgression, man. Go ahead,
For my name is in him.
His power, authority, and rank. He said, all power is given me from my Father.
Con. 22. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies,
Right.
and an adversary unto thine adversaries.
And so the Lord said he's going to come fight for us, man. Once we hearken to his son. What do you think seeing occur right now, man? And guess what? The drought is just not here in America. It's everywhere. If you're paying attention. In Italy, in those tributaries, it's the worst drought they've seen in, I'll say, like 12 years, something like that. Brazil, you know, other places.
This is Psalm 91, starting at 9. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
So making the Lord your habitation, your dwelling place, your refuge, he said there shall no evil befall thee. Neither shall any plague come near thy dwelling. Oh man, we ain't even brought up the plague that the Lord set up on this earth, man. Right now, in the lakes, these freshwater lakes in the southeast, man, they have a brain-eating disease. Hey, that ain't went nowhere. That's still relevant. That's still prevalent. Now they trying to say this new variant, all right, is now infecting more people. Again, this is it all goes back to your house by Charles Shop, but this is a cause to lock this bitch down again. Because we welcome, man. We want you people to go fucking crazy again. So the Lord will put you down. But see, wisdom and knowledge gonna be the stability of our time. When you understand the report. Go ahead, Al.
For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways.
Right, the Lord's gonna lead us, man. Go ahead.
They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against the stone.
Right. Go ahead.
Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample underfoot.
Right. Go ahead, Al.
Because he has set his love upon me,
Yep.
therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name.
Again, man, you gotta know the name of the Lord. That's where it starts at, man. Having the name of the Lord, that's strong power. It's gonna lead to life. It's gonna lead to salvation. Being lifted up in those chairs. Go ahead, Al.
He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble.
Yeah.
I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and shew him my salvation.
And show him my salvation. That's what it's going to lead to, salvation. When you receive salvation, you get all the perks in. Because you're redeemed, man. You got more than that? You got one more verse?
Nah, it was going in 92.
It's Sirach 33:1. There shall no evil happen unto him that feareth the Lord.
Yep.
But in temptation, even again, he will deliver him.
Ooh, in the temptation again, he will deliver him. Right? You got more than that?
That's it.
But again, it starts with believing in the Lord. It starts with believing in the man who has sent. Starting with our apostles and elders on down, man. It's not by happenstance. It's not by chance. No. The Lord had already declared these things. And now they're playing out. See, this is
It's the book of Luke, chapter 10, verse 16. He that heareth you, heareth me.
right.
And he that despiseth you, despiseth me.
Yep.
And he that despiseth me, despiseth him that sent me.
Point blank period. So if you despise your house, if you despise us, you despise Yahweh. Because we're coming with his word. And if you despise Yahweh, guess what? You despise Yahweh. Because Yahweh's words that he came with was from Yahweh. And that's a world of hurt. Ain't no coming back from that. We don't get it now. Let's go back to 7. We need 7. 17.
Ezra chapter 7, verse 17. Then answered I and said, O Lord, that bearest fruit, thou hast ordained in thy law. Let the righteous perish, but that the ungodly should perish.
Yeah, you don't believe the report, you want to perish. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things.
Yeah, a level of difficulty. And make it through the sin perish. It's going to be all hell breaking loose, man. Where's that? Acts 14 and 22. Let me get there. All right? You want to endure straight things. This is Acts chapter 14 and verse 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of the Most High. So that's Israel's portion, to go through those straight things, to be tried as gold as is tried in the fire.
Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things, and hope for life.
Ooh, man. Ooh, it said, and hope for what? Hope for the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight thing,
Go ahead.
and yet shall not see the wise.
Yeah, they ain't gonna see the wise. They gonna receive those punishments. They gonna be in the hour of temptation. They gonna be burnt the hell up. They gonna starve. Right? Go ahead.
And he said unto me, there is no judge above the Most High, and none that hath understanding above the high.
Now we read earlier that the Lord, Yahweh, has given all judgment to himself. Continue.
For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of the Most High.
Hey man, this law is this book in its entirety. No word, or what did the how shall I say? King David said, he come in the volume of the book. It is written of me, where you was prophesying in the spirit of Yahweh. You also read that, what is that, Hebrews 10? Yeah. You despise this word in its entirety. You despise Yahweh. Go ahead,
Because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them.
Go ahead.
For the Most High hath given straight commandment to such as came,
Yeah.
what they should do to live,
Yeah, what they should do to live, go ahead.
even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment.
And what they should observe to avoid punishment. See, the Lord has given us the blueprint. All right, He's laid it out in spades on what you need to do to come back here. Where you would not be destroyed. Where you would not be consumed in the sins of America, Babylon the Great. Can somebody hold Jeremiah 51 and 6? Baba Bashar? Yeah, man, the Lord has given us straight command, all right, what we should do to observe to avoid punishment. You got that?
Got it. Oh, you got it.
See what we got?
Jeremiah 51 and 6. Flee ye out of the midst of Babylon,
Yeah.
and deliver every man his soul.
How do you flee out of the midst of Babylon? Man, by the renewing of your mind. Go ahead.
Be not cut off in her iniquity.
Yeah, be not cut off in her iniquity. Go ahead.
For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance.
That we're in the time of the Lord's vengeance, man. Those things are already set in stone, and we're just seeing them play out. And if you believe the report, hey, we'll for you. And that's the same way we feel. It's good for us, man. We pray for and do it to the end. Read over verse 21.
For the Most High hath given straight commandment to such as came,
Yep.
what they should do to live,
Go ahead.
even as they came,
Go ahead.
and what they should observe to avoid punishment.
All right, what they shall observe to avoid punishment.
Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him, and imagined vain
Yeah,
things.
you people imagine vain things, empty things, man, that are not coming to pass. You trust in a shadow. Go ahead, man.
And deceived themselves by their wicked deeds.
Woo, you deceive yourself. You believe like Geno Jennings, man. That dude is deceiving himself. Oh, what is that? Job 12 and 16. The deceive and the deceiver are his. Well, the Lord put that guy to for those people to go to the Broadway to destruction. Go ahead.
and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not,
But he is, right? Go ahead.
and knew not his ways.
Woo, it said, and knew not his ways. See, if you don't know the ways of the Lord, how you going to fear him? Go ahead, huh?
But his
Hey,
love,
listen, the Lord is terrible. Man, I seen a story the other day. A well-to-do New York judge, his son bludgeoned his mother to death with furniture. You know? And then he jumped 16 stories naked to his death. Man, if that ain't, if the Lord ain't terrible, man, you done splat. The Lord is terrible, man. Oh, in Israel, man, that's so bad. They swallowed their ass on the pole, man. And when I seen that story, I don't think about Korah and David. Hey, man. But but we know the ways of the Lord. Understanding that brings fear. And if you're abiding in fear, he ain't gonna forsake you, man. What is that? Second Ecclesiastes 2.
but his law have they despised, and denied his covenants. In his statutes have they not been faithful,
Yeah, in his statute have they not been faithful. Go ahead.
and have not performed his works.
Go ahead.
And therefore,
What's one of the works? Matter of fact, somebody, St. John 6. I want to say. I may get it before you have. St. John 6, I believe, in like 28. It said they have not performed his works. St. John chapter 6. Yeah, in verse 28, then said they unto him, what shall we do that we might work the works of the Most High? Yahweh answered and said unto them, this is the work of the Most High, that ye believe on him whom he hath sent. See? He going back to the trusted and report, man. Trusted in Yahweh by Yahweh. So those are the works that they ain't do. The 2/3 are not going to do. Then they're going to be had in the ring and destroyed, trodden underfoot.
and therefore, as for the empty are empty things.
Hey, somebody get to the pure, all things are pure. Real quick, Bible the shop. I want to say First Timothy. First Timothy. I may be off. Yeah, real quick. Now, read that part again.
And therefore, as for the empty are empty things.
Yeah, for the empty things, go ahead.
And for the full are the full things.
And for the poor, all the poor things. You got that up?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Titus 1 and 15.
Hey, go ahead.
Titus 1 and 15. Unto the pure, all things are pure.
Yep.
But unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure.
Ooh, it says the unbelieving is nothing pure. So you don't believe in the report, man, you defiled. You a filthy thing, the Lord ain't looking upon you, man. Matter of fact, he's poised and ready to destroy your ass. And we can go back. That was it on that, right?
It's a little sentence.
No, that, well, go ahead, finish it out.
But even their mind and conscience is defiled.
Yeah, ooh, see, even their mind and conscience, how they operate is defiled. They don't even see a way out, man. They don't see the end of this system. Actually, they encouraging it to continue. They want America to get better, man. But oh no, the Lord has his eyes set on the west. You know, you got it out. Come on.
Second Ezra chapter 7 verse 26. Behold, the time shall come that these tokens which I have told thee shall come to pass.
Whoa, read that again.
Second Ezra chapter 7 verse 26. Behold, the time shall come
Yeah.
that these tokens which I have told thee shall come to
See
pass.
that? Shall come to pass. These signs that we'll see. The Lord said these things are going to come to pass.
And the bride shall appear,
Oh, who is the bride? The elect. Go ahead.
and she coming forth shall be seen
Woo, go ahead.
that now is withdrawn from the earth.
Right. Go ahead.
And whosoever is delivered from the foresaid evil shall see my wonder.
Shall see my wonders. See that? And that's what the Lord is now showing us, the wonders. You got a precept out?
Count.
Good.
It was the 2 Peter 1 and 19.
Get it. That more sure world of power.
The 2 Peter 1 starting at 19.
But see, we rooted and grounded, man. We're settled over here. You got it now.
We have also a more sure word of prophecy. Whereunto you do well that you take heed.
Ooh, it said you do well. If you take heed. Go ahead.
As unto a light that shineth in a dark place.
Ooh, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place. What is that light? He said, how was that? What is that dark place? America. Babylon the Great. This gross darkness that has covered the planet Earth. Go ahead, man.
Until the day dawn and the day star rise in your hearts.
Right.
Knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. For the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man,
Yeah.
but holy men of the Most High spake as they were moved by the Holy Spirit.
Holy men of the Most High spake as they were moved. They go down the report. Right? You got more than that? Go. You got it.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 8 verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world,
Yeah.
because they have walked in great pride.
That's because they have walked in a great pride.
But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee.
And that's why we ain't going to you goddamn people in the hood, man. You want to say, understand for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. Go ahead.
For unto you is paradise open. The tree of life is planted.
Yep.
The time to come is prepared.
Woo, go ahead.
Plenteousness is made ready.
Yeah.
A city is built,
Go ahead.
and rest is allowed.
And rest is allowed. See, that city is the kingdom of heaven. Where we're going to have rest. Where we're going to be able to enjoy our children, man. You know? That's what we're hoping for. That's why you see us out here again, man. The Lord said, give them no rest to establish them at Jerusalem, but praise in the earth. Go ahead, man.
Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom. The root of evil is sealed up from you.
Woo, the root of evil. Who is the root of evil? Esau evil, man. He's so kind of right, man. He's the root of evil. But all scriptures tell us that in Maccabees, that when these devils got into power, wickedness increased on the planet Earth.
Okay.
The border of wickedness.
Malachi.
Weakness and the moth is hid from you.
Yeah. Woo. Go ahead.
And corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten.
Right.
Woo. Sorrows are past,
Yeah.
and in the end, it shows the treasure of immortality.
Woo. In the end, it showed the treasure of immortality, man. That's what the Lord has set before us. And 2/3 don't see it. They don't see a profit in it. What is that, Hebrews 4 and 2? Unto us was the gospel preached, not a family we get.
Precept for you.
Go ahead.
God, this is Ecclesiastes 7 and verse 8, just to back you up. Better is the end of a thing
Right.
than the beginning thereof.
See, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, man. Better is the end of this man's system, man. His rulership. Go ahead, right?
And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
Right. The patient in spirit, running and suffering. Understanding we went off. You know? That's what Pastor Ha constantly quotes, man. You gotta learn to love the suffering. Man, you tell that to a simple church. I gotta learn the Lord to suffer. I'm living my best life. Get your ass out of here then. Keep living your best life. And you're gonna be destroyed. I'm gonna read this. Hebrews 4:2. For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it. So that's a key ingredient. Faith. It's a key ingredient to trust in Yahweh Shashah, to believe in him whom he hath sent. Man. And they weren't blessed with it. The Lord didn't deem them meet to have those things. Man. He gave it to the lowly.
Sorrows are past, and in the end it shows the treasure of immortality. And therefore, ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High.
Again, they keep despising Yahweh Shashah. They despise the Most High. Go ahead.
Thought scorn of his law, and pursued his faith. Moreover, they have trodden down his right, and said in their heart, there is no Most High.
Man, that was what y'all had seen, man. So roll your window up. Condemn yourself. That's perfectly fine with us. See, it ain't for everybody. We ain't trying to draw numbers.
Yea, in that knowing they must die.
Woo, see that? When you roll your money, bro, you despise the word of the Lord, but you know you gotta die. And it may be tonight. See, what is that, St. John 15 and 22?
It's night.
You ain't got no hope.
I require thy soul.
See? Oh, yeah, that food.
Yeah.
That's right, huh? That's beautiful. Yeah. Go ahead, huh?
Come. For as the things aforesaid shall receive you, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. For it was not his will that men should come to naught.
Go ahead.
But they which be created have defiled the name of him that made them,
Yep.
and were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them.
Yeah, man. Our people are so ungrateful. After seeing all the miracles, they still fucked up. You know? Fucked up. And went against who the Lord set up Moses, you know? Yeah, man, even to this day.
And therefore is my judgment now at hand.
What is that? How they get that? That 2 Chronicles 36 and 16?
36, 16, yeah.
Yeah, somebody
They
get
despise,
that.
yeah. Mock the prop, yeah. That's it, that's it.
Read that again, verse 61.
And therefore is my judgment now at hand.
Yeah, and therefore my judgment is at hand, because you despise who Yahweh sent. Go ahead, Al.
The 2 Chronicles 36 and
See,
16.
that goes back to despising the Heavenly Father. Go ahead, Al.
But they mocked the messengers of the Most High, and despised his words, and misused his prophets, until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people, till there was no remedy.
Till there was no remedy. See, the Lord sent his men beat time, man, often, early, diligently, for you to get this word. Because the Lord had compassion for you. Matter of fact,
It's 2 Chronicles 36 and 15. And the Lord God of their fathers sent to them by his messengers, rising up
by
betimes,
his messengers, rising up betimes, often, diligently,
and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place.
and on his dwelling place, go ahead.
But they mocked the messengers of the Most High, and despised his words, and misused his prophets, until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people, till there was no remedy.
There was no remedy. So guess what? Now judgment is at hand. It's prepared. It's waiting for you to get there. You got people waking up in the morning. I'm gonna go get me a cup of coffee, and the next thing you know, you're in a 6-car wreck, sprawled out like a starfish. for? Go ahead.
These things have I not showed unto all
See
men.
that? These things have the Lord not showed unto all men. Going back, he revealed these things to the lowly, to the babes, to the meek, to the lowly. Right? Go ahead.
But unto thee, and a few like thee.
See that? But unto thee and a few like thee. That's why we searching for like-minded men. If you can get it, great. Go ahead, Al.
Then answered I and said, Behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou will begin to do in the last
See
time.
that? The multitude of the wonders that he's going to begin to do at the last time. We're in the last time now. The last day started 2,000 years ago when Yahushua, our Lord Yahushua, hit the scene through the world. Ignorant knows it's Jesus Christ. The letter J wasn't invented until what? The early 1500s? Go ahead, Al.
But at what time thou hast not showed me.
Right. Now guess what? We in those times now. Can you go to 2nd Ezra 14?
This 1 Peter 4:17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High.
Yep.
And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?
It said, what shall the end be of those who obey not the gospel? Well, we know what it's going to be. It's going to be bad, hard times. It's going to be starvation, right? The famine, the great famine is coming. It's going to be cheap of wild beasts. Our Lord said he's appointed 4 kinds for those who obey not the gospel. Go ahead, man.
And if the righteous scarcely be saved,
See that? That's why we read in 2nd Ezra, those that shall be able to escape, scarcely be saved. Right? Go ahead.
where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Yep.
Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the Most High commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing.
And well-doing, which is what? It's truth, man. Teaching this truth. Pushing forth the name of how about y'all son. Exalting our Lord. Because he's going to get the credit, man. Go ahead, man.
As unto a faithful creator.
Amos 3:6. Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it?
Because the Lord is going to bring the evil, the bad times, the judgment. And you people are not prepared for it. You're just going by your day like everything is going to be the same. No, it's getting worse and worse as the day go by, as the minutes go by. Woo! You got inflation, all right, which is going to turn to hyperinflation. Again, the dollar being devalued is on par with the EU. I forgot what the name of that currency is. But it's on par with the EU money, man.
Euro.
The euro, the water. So everything is on a decline here. Morally, which it really ain't have no moral standards. It was a facade, you know. But now it's showing forth. The Esau got to let it all hang out at the end. Oh, it tells us that at the last, he will declare his wickedness. That's why you see they got transformers all over the place. Teaching your kids at the school. Bringing them books and shit, man. We at the end of this thing. A height of wickedness.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, verse 14. Second Ezra chapter 14, verse 13. Now therefore set thine house in order.
Yeah, set yourself in order. Your house and yourself. So when I first came to the truth, man, I took that thing so literally. You know, I know as other brothers did, man. You know, put on the dress. Fringes on everything. No, they ain't talking about that. It's talking about your body. Set yourself in order. Oh, yeah, man.
and reprove thy people.
Yeah.
Comfort such of them as be in trouble.
Oh, you see how that went together? So the Lord sent us out to reprove our people, and at the same time we're comforting those that were fed in patience, right? So we're comforting by what? Telling you to report. Like, hold on, the Lord got us. He's going to destroy our enemies. Don't worry. Are you out there? Yeah, go ahead.
Just to back you up. 2nd Ezra 9 and 13. And therefore, be not curious how the ungodly shall be punished and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created.
See whom the world is created, inquire how the righteous shall be saved. And that brings comfort. We understand the report. We understand the Lord want to bring America, Babylon the Great to its knees, right? With certain calamities, certain plagues, right? And that brings comfort because we know we at the end of this man's system.
That's it.
It's Isaiah 61 and 1 and verse 2. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
Yeah.
He have sent me.
Oh, the gospel. Good tidings to the meek. Go ahead.
He have sent me to bind up the brokenhearted.
Yeah. Oh man, who are the brokenhearted? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You have not found any rest here in America.
That's it. Uh-oh. Hold on.
Go ahead, right?
To proclaim liberty to the captives.
Woo, proclaim liberty to the captives, man. We are yet this day in the land of our captivity. Go ahead.
And the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
Woo, the opening of the prison, man. We're in a prison, man. This is a prison camp. America's a huge prison camp, man. So the Lord has now enlightened us, comforted us through these words that we can come back to Him in spirit and in truth.
Man.
Yep, what's up? We got more than that.
Yeah, one more. Salaki, this last one. Verse 2, Isaiah 61 and 2. To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn.
Beautiful, to comfort all that mourn. We ain't mourning, man. We're not happy here. We don't have no 5-year plan. We ain't got no 2-year plan. Matter of fact, we always end it. Soon. Tonight. Abide the ball. DTA.
That's it.
Go ahead. I see.
Just to bag you up.
Yep.
Hebrews 13 and 14. For here we have no continual city,
Beautiful.
but we seek one to come.
Right. We seek one to come. This is the kingdom of heaven. Well, rest is allowed, man.
That's it. That's it.
You got to pick that up.
You got it.
Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people.
That's it.
Comfort such of them as be in trouble,
Yep.
and now renounce corruption.
And now renounce corruption. What did it say in Ezekiel 9 and 4? Those who, somebody get this back. For the ones who renounce corruption, you're going to cry for all the abominations that can be done in the midst of it. You're not going to be satisfied being here in this wicked ass system. You got it? Go ahead.
Ezekiel 9 and verse 4.
Yep.
And the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai said unto him, Go through the midst of the city,
Yep.
through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that
And
be.
that mark is that Torah, meaning what? Exempt from judgment.
That's it.
That's who the Lord's going to set that mark upon. So if your mindset is still ingrained in America, guess what? The Lord see you as one of the Americans, man. He see you as a Babylonian. He's going to destroy you. But the Lord said, for the ones who cry and sigh for all the abominations that be in the midst of them, He's going to set that Torah upon them. Go ahead, man.
Verse 5, and to the others,
Yep.
he said in my hearing, Go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity.
Go ahead.
Slay utterly old and young,
Yeah.
both maids and little children,
Go ahead.
and women.
And women, go ahead.
But come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
See that? And come not near any man who has that Torah, man. Has Yahweh Shai in the mind as a word. You know?
That is.
What's up, man?
Blood on the doorpost.
Yeah, that blood over the doorpost. That blood over the doorpost all the time.
Let go from the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of mind. Put off now the weak nature.
Yeah, man. Put off now the weak nature. Cast off the burdens of man. Oh, man, I gotta pay this bill. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Man, cast that shit away, man. It's temporal. You got it, man.
And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee.
Right. Go ahead.
And haste thee to flee from these times.
Ooh, hasty to flee from these times. Wow, because we know it's going to get bad out here. We asking the Lord to have mercy on us, to protect us from the sin of hell. Why? Because He's the one bringing it.
For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
Greater evil. When the Lord take the chain out, each time man, he take that leash off that goddamn pit bull, he just let that thing go. Hey man, you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you don't wish you had the Lord in that thing. You think the 40s and the 50s and the 70s was bad, man? You just wait. What is that, Daniel? But the Lord said this time is going to be,
Unlike ever.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be bad out here.
For look how much the world shall be weaker through age.
That was you know what? Let's get started with Luke 2. You got a precept out?
Can I?
Go ahead.
This John chapter 8, starting at verse 31. Then said Yahweh to those Jews which believed on him,
Woo! So the ones that believed on him, go ahead.
if ye continue in my
See
word,
that? You got to continue. Go ahead.
then are ye my disciples indeed,
Right, then are you my disciples indeed. Go ahead.
and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make ye free.
Beautiful. We're comforted now because we know the truth. And that's why we're free, man. We're free mentally from this place. We're not trying to rest here in America. This is not our race. You got that Michael, somebody get it. I know somebody holding Michael Stewart. This is not our rest. Read that from the top of me.
This is John 8, starting at 31. Then said Yahweh to those Jews which believed on him, if ye continue in my word,
You got to continue in this word. Go ahead.
then are ye my disciples indeed,
And then are you my disciples indeed. Go ahead.
and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
The truth or the scriptures shall make us free. Go ahead.
Verse 36. If the Son therefore shall make you free, ye shall be free
See
indeed.
that? The Son. Outside gonna make you free. Preach liberty to the captives, man.
Yeah.
You got that, Mike? Go ahead.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, arise ye and depart,
Yep.
for this is not your rest,
Right.
because it is polluted.
Yep.
It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction.
It shall destroy you even with a sword of strength. So this is not our rest. All right? And it starts by the way of your mind. Coming out of the ways of America, Babylon the Great. Right?
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun,
Yeah.
and in the moon,
Go ahead.
and in the stars,
Yep.
and upon the earth distress of nations.
Hey man, the stress of ain't all these things occurring? You got chariots sighting on man, right? You got some blood moons and flips, right? You got what they call shooting stars coming. Oh, I seen a story, man, of a solar flare getting ready to hit the earth. Signs in the sun and the moon and in the stars.
The planets align.
Yeah, God, the planets align. Yep.
You went into that.
Yeah, God. These rare things happen. Well, these are just tokens that show us where we at. Go ahead.
With perplexity,
You, that word perplexity, we often go into that word perplexity, that root word of that word perplexity, the definition means to be without resources. You got precept?
Got perplexity.
Okay.
Confusion.
Good.
The inability to deal with or understand something complicated or
See,
unaccountable.
these people gonna fall apart. They're not gonna have the ability to deal with what's coming. they're gonna mentally fall apart, man. Why? Because they ain't get the report. Well, they got the report, they believe in the report.
The sea and the waves roaring.
Yeah, the sea and the waves is better for the people in the uproar. Go ahead.
Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
Go ahead.
For the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Yeah.
And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
Right. Then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the cloud, which the chariots, the so-called UFO, right? With power and great glory. Go ahead.
And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up
Yep.
and lift up your head,
Yeah, lift up your heads. Go ahead.
for your redemption draws nigh.
Yeah, our redemption draws nigh, man. That's what we at, man. The prophecies are playing out, and we know we're close. All right, we pray this for edifying. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honor to our teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. For the next time, Shalom.
Shalom, DTA, Ababa Ball. Soon.
Tonight.
Night.
In a minute.
Tonight.